Alright guys, so I know it's been a little bit since I made some videos, but I've just been doing a lot of local and semi-local builds, and just trying to get some stuff done around the house before the weather starts cooling off. And then I was going to do this video uh, several days ago, but we caught, part of that storm, a really bad storm that hit, and it tore up a lot of stuff around our area, so we were without power like 2.5 days or so. But anyways, Cayden reached out to me about building this Scar ZVX8, and this will be like the 6th one I've done. So I just kind of went over a little bit with him, asking him, like what amplifier he was running, the type of music he likes to listen to, and just all the stuff I told you that I like to ask questions about. So we wanted to have a little more excursion, be more musical and this and that. So that's just what I'm going to do with it. If you watch my old videos about one of these that I got from an individual that tore it down on one of his live feeds, he went over, some of the things on it he didn't like and this and that. And, some of it was pretty accurate, but, I went into more detail. These things have a really large gap in them, and it's a very stiff suspension on it. So, I'm going to try to remedy a lot of that. So, after talking to him, when I got kind of figured out, what we're going to do. On the ride here, the box got pretty beat up, the shipping box, and like the Postal Service had taped it up several times, so the motor got scuffed up. This push terminal don't want to push in hardly at all anymore. So what I'm going to do when I get it tore down, I'm going to go ahead and put in, all new push terminals in it. I forgot to mention that to him, but he'll see it on the video. So again, Cayden, man, I appreciate you reaching out to me to take care of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an American-made 2.38 inch coil in it, a dual 2. I think the wind height on it is 6 or 8 millimeters taller than what's in its stock. It's a copper coil, like I said. It's got a high temp coating on it. He still wanted to keep the power handling, but he wanted it to be more musical. So what I'm going to do, well, these have a stiff upper spider with these round leads, and then underneath, it's got a lower spider that's stiff, and there's, space, like I, told you guys before. I'm going to do away with all of this, and I'm just going to put 6.25 inch spiders, that fit this landing. I'm going to use 2 soft ones. I'm going to, stack them. So I'm going to use softer spiders with one with flat leads on the top, and then a non-leaded spider on the, just stack them together. And then what I'm going to do, we're not going to put like a wide roll back on this. This is a thick wide roll. What I'm going to do with that parts acquisition I did back quite a while ago, I had a bunch of 8 inch cones in different styles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a tall, narrow roll with the double stitch. As you can see, it's nowhere near as wide a roll as this is. I think it's about 6 millimeters taller. Give it a little more cone area. This foam is a little bit softer. And then, we talked to him about it, and I'm just going to, put a carbon fiber dust cap on it. The cone is a lot lighter than what's on the stock, and then, with the carbon fiber dust cap, shed a little bit more weight up here. The coil itself is a little heavier than what's in this stock, because it's got a larger outer diameter than the stock, and then a little bit more, wind height to it. So he should get the extra excursion he wanted out of it, and also, make it more musical, so it'll play a little lower, quite a bit lower than it does stock. Because like I said, these things are stiff. I don't know how long he's had this, but it's still very stiff. So, we're going to kind of correct a lot of these things. I think he has said it was in like 2.7 cubes, which is, very large for an 8 inch driver. But, these ZVX8s, like, you do have to put them in larger enclosures to try to get them to, to be more musical and try to play, lower, because they're just, in the design of these, they're just not meant for that. So, like I said, the box was pretty beat up. So I'm going to try to polish up some of the scratches out of his motor if I can. and you know, clean up some of the excess glue off this that it comes stock because he took the boot off. And so that's, you know, what we're going to do with it. I've got several subwoofers. I got to glue up the coil assemblies, and then while those are drying, I'll go ahead and get this tore down and get the landings cleaned up on it. And then I'll do a couple of videos for the full rebuild of this. I'll get up a video of the TC Sounds finished up too. You know, I never did post any of that up. That, you know, that subwoofer, like I said, it's for sale. It's all finished up. But anyways, it's like I appreciate Cayden reaching out to me, and seems like a pretty nice guy. And you know, we talked quite a bit through text and email and then texting and so forth. So hopefully this will, you know, turn out the way he wants. But anyways, I will see you guys on the next one.